7 suspensions in around 7 years. That's how many times the new director of South Bend's Community Police Review Office, Josh Reynolds, was disciplined during his time as an Indianapolis police officer. Reynolds' record came to light just this morning in an article by our reporting partners at the South Bend Tribune. WSBT 22's Max Lewis is at the live desk right now. Max, some of these suspensions were pretty serious.
Yeah, they were, Jennifer. According to records obtained by the Tribune, they range from one-day suspensions all the way up to almost 2 weeks. Some of the offenses include entering a home without a warrant and making derogatory comments about two 12-year-old girls on Facebook. City Clerk Dawn Jones oversees Reynolds' office and was the one who hired him. She says the background check her attorney did turned up nothing concerning. Jones says Reynolds claimed some of the discipline was retaliatory, and she believes him. But Mayor Mueller told the Tribune he finds that hard to believe. Here's how Jones responded.
He says, disheartening to hear and clearly problematic for a position that's designed to build trust between the community and our officers. So I guess how would you react to that statement?
How come he didn't take it?
Take what?
The position. How come, not the position, but how come it wasn't, he, put it this way, it's in the clerk's office because it can't be in the mayor's office because he didn't want it.
Now, the mayor's office disputes that account, and in a statement, Mueller says he believes it's important for the office to be separate from his to, quote, promote greater trust. At the live desk, I'm Max Lewis, WSBT 22 News.
The director of South Bend's Community Police Review Office has only been on the job for a little over a month, and he's already under fire. Our reporting partners at the South Bend Tribune obtained Joshua Reynolds' personnel file from when he was a police officer in Indianapolis. WSBT 22's Max Lewis is at the live desk, and Max, he was suspended 7 times.
That's exactly right, Todd. And Reynolds was only there for roughly 7 years. And according to records obtained by the Tribune, those suspensions ranged from 1 day to almost 2 weeks. Some of those offenses include failing to respond to a call quickly, to entering a home without a search warrant or probable cause. Reynolds started in his position as the office's director about a month ago. He was hired by City Clerk Dawn Jones, who is in charge of overseeing his office and the Community Review Board, or CRB. Reynolds told the Tribune the discipline was in retaliation, and Jones believes him, but Mayor Mueller is not completely convinced.
How would you respond to the mayor saying that he doesn't necessarily believe that those are retaliatory, or he finds that hard to believe?
He hasn't had the conversations with Josh that I've had, and but he also said that he doesn't believe that we should have a CRB. You know, so he doesn't believe that, and this is what I've heard him say. He believes that, you know, our internal affairs department is doing everything appropriately, and I'm not going to argue and say that they are not, because I don't know. But what I will say is that the community doesn't believe it.
Now, the mayor's office called Reynolds' discipline record problematic and said it would look into these issues further. Jones told us she has no plan to investigate anymore. At the live desk, I'm Max Lewis, WSBT 22 News.
The director of South Bend's Community Police Review Office is in hot water today over his past disciplinary record. According to our reporting partners at the South Bend Tribune, Josh Reynolds was disciplined 7 times during his 7 years as an Indianapolis police officer. WSBT 22's Max Lewis is at the live desk right now. So, Max, South Bend's city clerk hired Reynolds.
Yeah, Jennifer, and the Community Police Review Office is under the jurisdiction of Dawn Jones. She's standing by Reynolds, but the mayor's office calls his discipline record problematic. Josh Reynolds started as the director of the Community Police Review Office just over a month ago, but his disciplinary record is just now coming to light, and City Clerk Dawn Jones says her attorney did a thorough background check.
She talked to the references. She did all of that. She did her job, so I can't say she didn't do her job. She did her job.
Officers are trained.
But that background check didn't uncover his disciplinary record during his 7 years spent as an Indianapolis cop. His suspensions ranged from 1 day to almost 2 weeks. They were for things like entering a home without a warrant and making derogatory remarks on Facebook about two 12-year-old girls.
So you don't think these disqualify him for the job?
Absolutely not. As a matter of fact, I think it connects him to the community. It connects him, you know, because people were concerned you know, about him being a former police officer and saying, you know, he's not going to break the blue line or whatever. But this clearly shows that he is for getting it right.
South Bend Mayor James Mueller disagrees and said in a statement that it undermines the community's trust in the board. Jones responded, saying Mueller never wanted the office in the first place and refused to be in charge of it.
It was designed to be in his office.
Okay. And he purposely chose not to have it in his office.
Exactly.
And in this case, the FOP finds itself somewhat in agreement with the mayor's office.
This is not the person that the community nor the police officers want to see leading that position.
And the FOP called for Reynolds to resign and for his replacement to be more thoroughly vetted. Jones says she doesn't plan to investigate the matter any farther, but the mayor's office says it will. In response to Jones saying he didn't want the office under his control, Mueller said he did that to promote greater trust. At the live desk, I'm Max Lewis, WSBT 22 News.